learning English.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, I tried to do something different
Mm-hmm.
because back in 2022, I was struggling. I was very frustrated with my English because
Mm,
I didn't feel any improvement with my English.
sure.
Although I practiced 2 to 3 hours every single day, but
Mm,
somehow in that year, I didn't feel any. So I thought, okay, I think I need to something change. I think I need to do something different, something new.
mm-hmm.
So I decided to stop taking online classes.
Sure.
Instead, I started immersion method. I expose myself in English as much as I can, but
Uh-huh.
which I didn't like it. I hated that to do this before because when I listen to podcasts or watch YouTube channel, native contents, I didn't understand. Maybe 20%, only 20% I understand and I understood. That's why I need to be very patient to do it.
Mm,
And but I try to do it like listening podcast, watch YouTube channel for 10 hours every day.
mm,
And 3 months passed. After 3 months, I realized that my listening skills are improving. So
yeah.
I can understand maybe 50% of it. And then at the same time, I wanted to talk to people in person.
Right.
So I tried to find someone who speak English in my city. So I found an American guy, and then he has his own garden. So I helped him out. So every week. So and
Mm,
then I have an opportunity to talk to people in person. And also when I travel, I try to talk to other tourists from around the world, which was really fun.
yeah.
And then last year, I went to Okinawa, Korea, Mongolia, and Taiwan. Each places I try to talk to people. And then in Mongolia, so
Mm,
that was the most memorable moment
huh.
happened
Mm,
of the year. So I
mm,
really wanted to share
mm,
this with you. So in Mongolia, visiting Mongolia is one of my bucket lists. So, and then I was on that morning, I was eating my breakfast at a
mm,
dining at a common area of the hostel. So
mhm.
someone came and they sit down, and then another one came, and then another one came, another one came. And I realized, oh my gosh, I was surrounded by native speakers. And I noticed they are from the States because of
Mm,
their English accent.
mm,
And then also that situation is the biggest challenge for me ever
right.
since I started learning English. So when I travel abroad, I often see this situation. Mostly Western people gathered and they're chatting and they're sharing each other their experiences. And then when I see them, I
Mhm.
always thought, oh, I want to join them and then talk to them. But I was so scared. And then
Yeah.
sometimes I tried to sit down close to them and I just listened to them, but I didn't
Yeah.
understand. So I was like on the fence every time when I see them. I want to do that, but I can't. No, 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 I can't.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
decided, okay, one day I will join it and then talk to a group of people with native speakers. Then that day came. So I was surrounding native speakers.
Mhm.
And then I was nervous a bit, and then but I was surprised because I couldn't understand what they are talking about. And then I said, "Okay, Michi, I know you can do it," and
Mm,
I joined uh, talking the group of conversation. and I
Yeah.
started my speech, and then
Mm.
hi, and then they are talking about the event happened last night, and then I was there, so that's why I understand what they're talking about. So
Mm.
I shared my experiences and what my feeling there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love the music, I love the costume, I love the dance, and then I talked to them, and then someone asked me, "Oh, by the way, where are you from?" And yeah, I'm from Japan. And then, oh, I've been Japan last month, or yeah.
Mm.
And then I talked to them. Yeah, I can talk, chatting with them.
Yeah.
And after that, I had a huge sense of achievement. Yeah,
Mm.
my longest goal,
Yeah.
I've done my biggest goal
Yeah.
ever since I started learning English.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then last year, it happened last summer. And then I continue like immersion, always immerse myself
Mhm.
in English. And the same time, I started talking to myself. I
Mm.
always think in English, speak in English, and
Yeah.
also listening, watching. So I create the English environment surrounding me, even though I'm in Japan.
Mm.
And then 1 year passed,
Mm.
then finally I came back, and I'm here.
Now
Yeah,
you're
I'm here. But I'm so happy because last year I sometimes open this Cambly website, and then
Mhm.
I check you. Uh, is she still here or not? Okay,
Yeah.
she's still here. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I was I was I was also away for several months at the end of last year because I went back home to visit my family in the US. So yeah, so I was away for a while, but I'm back now, and I'm glad I'm back when you came back and you were able to find me and everything also.
Yeah,
Excellent. I'm very
yeah.
proud of you.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself.
Let me just say one thing. When you were talking about surrounding this
Okay.
this two ways, because you're using it as a verb. I was surrounding myself
Ah,
with foreigners, right? I was,
surrounded.
yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
was surrounded by
yes,
native speakers. Okay.
yes, surrounded by, yes, exactly. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I wanted to get. Yeah, no, I agree. And also Michi, I was also, because I take Spanish classes now.
Oh, really?
Because I learned Spanish many years ago in high school, and when I was pretty good at it. But of course, way back then, also when they taught a language, it was more reading and writing, not a lot of speaking. And in the U.S. also back then, there was not a lot of Spanish speakers, especially where I was from. And then I moved to Asia, and I never had the chance to use it. So I've just recently restarted. So I can share, and I can appreciate also a lot more now. It's really stressful and hard to learn a language. And and you learn it, but to really get the proper grammar, to get the native speaking, you can get to a certain level, but pushing beyond and becoming really fluent and really understanding how to think and speak in that language, it's really hard, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Listening hard, and but right now for me the most challenging thing is that sharing my feelings
Yeah,
and the thoughts and the idea. But I can like for example at the restaurant, like ordering something or buy
yeah,
something, ask something at the airport. It's really no problem at all. But once, oh, I want to share my idea right now.
yeah,
It's hard, but when I feel like that, oh, I couldn't share my feelings very well at that conversation.
yeah,
After that, I practice again. I
Yeah.
couldn't express myself well the topic, and
Yeah.
then I try to talk to myself again. So that's the only thing maybe to improve my speaking skills.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think also it was probably a very good idea that you spent a lot of time focusing on your listening skills,
Mhm.
right? Because yeah, that was something, or that is something that I have just come across in my Spanish learning. I had this online Spanish teacher, and he was saying the most important thing is actually your listening. Because, like you said, when you're talking to a native speaker, you want to understand them. You can reply slowly. And if your English is not so good, they will speak to you a little bit more slowly. But if you can't understand them, you can't keep up.
Mhm.
So definitely, I think that was an excellent strategy or idea or time that you spent improving your listening skills a lot as well for your English. Yeah. Ah.
Yeah, yeah. And then yesterday, I had a friend from Quebec, which means
Uh-huh.
Canada, Quebec, and his mother tongue is French, but also he speaks English very well. So we
Yeah.
chat in English, and then yeah, we enjoyed our chatting
Yeah.
about for 5 hours. So he came over to my place, and then we made udon from scratch. And
Wow.
then so that was so nice. And then we chatted something very interesting and a
Yeah.
deep conversation like our Japanese education system or many topics. But I realized 4 hours passed.
Yeah.
I felt so tired, and then my brain didn't work well. And then even the small word like a he and the she, which one, she and he, or like a be verb, so messed up. So I
Yeah.
thought, oh my gosh, my brain has a limited until just maybe 3 hours or 4 hours. 3 hours continuing speaking English is okay, but
Yeah.
over more than 4 hours, my brain gets very tired and I couldn't speak English. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I started speaking Japanese.
yeah.
So, and then now, how can I deal with problem? Maybe I need to have more opportunity to talk to people in person and then chatting a long time. Like
Yeah.
exercise or training, workout.
Yeah. 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 It's yeah. So you're trying to go for the marathon
Yeah,
run,
marathon.
right? You've
Yeah.
done your sprints, you've done your medium distance.
Mhm.
Now it's trying to achieve the marathon.
Yeah.
Ah, but yeah, excellent and very interesting to hear also. And
Yes.
and I'm quite jealous you went to Mongolia. How
Yeah.
cool.
Mongolia. I should talk about this the next time. But
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Ah,
The one thing I was surprised when I landed at the airport. The
yeah.
scenery is so green, and they
Mm,
just land like a green velvet scenery, and
sure.
then I didn't see any like high thing
Mm,
through the view. So I
yes.
feel like so relaxed,
Amazing. Wow.
like a free. Everything is free. Like a
Wow.
it's absolutely immerse myself